Hi, my name is Charles-Olivier Dufresne-Camaro. I'm a PhD student at the University of Toronto, and I will be presenting today computer vision applications and their ethical risks in the Global South. This work was conducted in collaboration with Fanny Chevalier and Ishtiaque Ahmed. Computer vision systems have become ubiquitous in many parts of the world, bringing along many positive advances in fields such as medicine and agriculture. However, many systems have also been designed for more controversial applications, such as sexual orientation detection and deepfakes. Several research groups have notably come forward in the last decade, raising ethical concerns over this new wave of smart systems. However, very few have specifically explored the broader yet focused problem of ethics of computer vision. Moreover, those who did focused specifically on the West, raising concerns over the potential generalizations of their results to the Global South, where accessibility to such technology and communal values differ significantly from the West. Considering people living in the Global South are nevertheless important users of technology with their own set of norms, needs, and capabilities, we find it of the utmost importance to extend our understanding of this problem to this region of the world. As a preliminary step in doing so, we conduct a survey of computer vision research literature with applications in the Global South. Through our analysis, we explored this problem along the following aspects. First, we identify the main applications of modern computer vision in the Global South, along with its most significant ethical risks. Then, we compare the research interests of researchers from different regions to study their motivations in conducting work in this field. Finally, we compare the results of our risk analysis to those of a previous study conducted in the West to identify potential differences in how ethical risks are perceived. In our survey, we consider as relevant all research papers published between 2010 and 2019, identifying or addressing specific needs of Global South communities through the use of computer vision techniques. Our final corpus consists of 55 unique research papers. For each paper, we collect its publication year, the country for which the computer vision system was designed, the country of the researchers and its associated region, the main topic of the visual data used by the system, the application area or addressed needs, and the ethical risks tied to system use. To guide our search in identifying ethical risks, we use the 5 general computer vision risk categories defined in Skirpen and Ye's Moral Compass for the West. These include privacy violations, such as having your personal information collected without your consent, discrimination, where someone is treated unjustly based on their sensitive attributes, spoofing and adversarial inputs, where a system would react confidently to erroneous inputs in a harmful manner, security breaches, such as data leaks or cyber attacks, and psychological harms, where people would negatively change their behavior based on previous interactions with computer vision systems. We chose these categories as we believe they generalize well across contexts and because it allows us to compare our results head-to-head with those of Skirpen and Ye. With this in mind, we now present our most notable findings. We begin with those related to applications, followed by our ethical risk-driven findings. First, we find that computer vision systems have been designed to address a wide variety of needs in the Global South. We are, however, particularly concerned with the popularity of surveillance applications. While the specific system studied here primarily focused on improving security, we found that it could also be easily misused to restrict liberties. As the motivations for surveillance and the political systems in place vary wildly in the Global South, we warn researchers to be especially careful when designing such systems in this context. Next, we observe important disparities between researchers as we group them based on their regions. Specifically, we note that only 75% of the surveyed works were conducted by researchers from the Global South. This proportion is concerning as it highlights both an ever-present risk of the colonization of methods and knowledge and an important ethical concern regarding the appropriateness of imported technology. Furthermore, by analyzing specifically the distributions of addressed needs per researcher's region, we find that Global North researchers focus particularly on applications requiring significant technical expertise and less local knowledge, such as policy planning applications involving satellite imagery. In contrast, researchers from the Global South have more uniformly distributed research interest and accord more importance to problems requiring a greater understanding of the local communities. We speculate these differences may be caused by a lack of deeper understanding of global communities by Western researchers, but also by disparities regarding accessibility to the required technology to conduct research in certain fields. In terms of risk frequency, we first find the risk of spoofing and adversarial inputs to be the most common one in our corpus. We attribute this peak primarily to the widespread use of machine learning techniques in the studied systems, which are commonly prone to fall to such attacks. This common set of techniques has also been shown to increase the risk of unplanned discrimination. Overall, in part due to its frequency and potential severity, we find privacy violations to be the most important risks in the Global South. Our results suggest that the risk may serve as a prerequisite for others to appear in a computer vision system. For example, sensitive attributes of a person must first be sensed before discrimination can occur. Additionally, we note that privacy has been found to be defined differently across communities in the world, ranging from strict individualistic definitions in the West to more collectivity-driven definitions in the Global South. As we relied primarily on the former to assess these risks, we believe our estimate to be myopic. That being said, we also highlight that we were unable to robustly estimate the frequency of certain risks due to our choice of corpus. Risks that required in-depth implementation details or long-term deployment studies to be assessed could not be robustly identified. Finally, we compared the results of our risk analysis in the Global South with those of Skirpin and Ye for the Global North. In their analysis, discrimination and security breaches were identified as the most important ethical risks. We, on the other hand, reached different conclusions, ranking instead privacy violations as the most important risks in the Global South, based on two main reasons. First, research has shown the local definitions of privacy to be poorly understood by technology designers, leading to increased risks. Second, as the risk of privacy violations appear to amplify the appearance of other risks, its importance will be greater in regions where computer vision systems are new and poorly adopted by communities, such as the Global South. As a first exploration, our work can be extended in many ways, addressing simultaneously some of its limitations to obtain a richer, more grounded understanding of the problems. First, our study could be extended by considering commonly deployed commercial computer vision systems, resulting in a more complete and realistic view of the common applications and risks in the region. Additionally, this work could be extended by studying the uses of computer vision technology within a specific country or community, deriving in turn a much more fine-grained analysis and practical set of observations. Lastly, this work could also be extended by surveying both direct and indirect users of specific computer vision systems and studying their interactions, obtaining a much more precise and complete picture of both the main uses of such technology and its downstream ethical risks. To conclude, our work has explored the problem of ethics of computer vision in the Global South and offers four main contributions. First, we presented an overview of computer vision applications in the region, highlighting surveillance as the most concerning type. Then, we identified the principal ethical risks tied to these systems, finding privacy violations as the most important. Additionally, we showed that the research interests in this domain differ notably between regions, with researchers from the Global North focusing on problems requiring less local knowledge of communities. Finally, we showed that the importance of each ethical risk appears to differ between the Global South and the Global North. Taken together, our findings suggest that there are important ethical concerns surrounding computer vision technology in the Global South, and that its main uses and risks are region-specific, depending on the community's needs, norms, culture, and resources. These findings provide additional insights to technology designers in the region, informing them of common potential pitfalls as well as potential solutions to minimize such risks. Our work also contributes to the field of ICTD, providing additional evidences, this time focused on computer vision technology, that the design of technology must be situated rather than imported. We invite you to read our paper for more detailed information. Thank you for your attention.